Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, got a review for you. This time we have this 86 rated Smolarek card. Now I can't pronounce his full name unfortunately because I'm not Polish. But if you can help me in the comments down below with the translation, I'd be greatly appreciated. Now stats said he's 5'7", got the high medium work rate. He's got the 3-star skills with a 3-star weak foot. Now his third foot is the left foot. And on his alternate positions, he has got a little bit of variety to prefer, which is nice. He's got the striker, the centre forward, and he also has a left wing. So you can do a little bit of swapping and changing if you need with this card. And obviously he gets 3 Kev no matter where you play him. As obviously if you play him in the correct positions. Now our stats then, he's got the 91 pace, the 85 shooting, the 80 passing, the 90 dribbling, and the 83 physical. So on paper, looks like a very, very nice, well-rounded striker. Now, on his playstyles, he does have a playstyle plus, which is very, very nice. A lot of cards don't, which is really annoying me, because obviously this year's based mainly around playstyles, and that's what you especially need. So he does have the press proven playstyle, which is a little bit of an interesting one, because I've not really seen that too much this year, and I don't think many cards really have it, but it could be good against teams that like heavy press and stuff like that. And obviously the other one is the quick step, which you kind of need because in the year's 5'7", you do need a little bit of twisting and turning and with a quick step dribbling as well, especially with the R1, goes really, really nice. Anyway, that's it for my intro. If you do enjoy the video or want to see more, please do subscribe. It generally does mean a lot, and I'll see you after the positives and negatives. Peace. So on to my other thoughts about the card then. Now in this segment I talk about what's good, what's bad about the card, what you shouldn't do, what you should do, just so you get a general gist and you're not doing the wrong things when you buy this card or actually pack this card since that hero packs came out. Now, first we're kicking off is the 3-star. Now this is probably his biggest main issue. Now the 3-star weak foot is very inconsistent, I'll say. The strong foot, as you'll see in some of these clips, very, very strong. He'll hit most of those things in the back of the net, especially with that 89 finishing. But that weak foot is just very inconsistent, and especially since he doesn't have that Trivela trait or anything like that, you can't, if you're on the right foot, Trivela it near post on that left foot. Just a little bit of dependability, it's just not there, so that is a little bit of an issue in my opinion. So is the skills. Now, although 3-star skills isn't too much of an issue like it was last year, you do need some skills, and especially since a lot of the 4-star skills are actually really good this year, I feel like it is a little bit of a necessity in my opinion, so both of them are a little bit of a negative. Now, the pace for me is definitely not a negative. He is insanely fast, especially with that acceleration and with the Hawk Chem style. He bursts through on goal, especially being 5'7" with the quick step. Oh, it's electrically fast. You're generally not going to catch him. Now, the finishing, as I've talked about, the weak foot's a bit inconsistent. The shot power, I didn't really notice too much on the strong foot. Obviously, the weak foot might have a little bit of inconsistencies as well. But the strong foot, especially with that Hawk Chemical, which I do recommend. I know it doesn't really need the extra pace, but with that extra shot power, because the Hawk Chemical is one of the biggest shot power boosters in the game. And especially when you have low shot power, you do need that. So, that is nice and it is dependable. Now, the passing for me, talking of dependability, it's not really dependable. He can do the simple 1-2s and the easy stuff, but he is mainly an actual striker, so I would not recommend him in that left wing alternate position. Obviously, he's got the pace and the dribbling to get down the line, but that passing, it's very simple, very short. Don't do anything fancy with it because it's just not going to work, and especially since you don't have any playstyles of passing, I wouldn't recommend it. Now, the dribbling. Now, this, in my opinion, is his best attribute, especially with that press proven trait, with the agility, and the balance. The balance is literally his best stat. Now, when you got like Van Dijk on your back, a lot of the smaller, weaker defenders or attackers, will get pushed off very easily. But since his balance and the press proven trait, he's very, very good at getting out of that situation and laying it off to someone else so they can try and go for a goal instead, since Van Dijk's like really hard for pressing this year. But as I talked about, the agility is really good, the actual dribbling stats good, the height's good, the balance is good, all that is really good. Even the composure is very consistent on that left foot. Overall, dribbling is very, very good. Now, the physicals for me. Now, he's 5'7", so he's not going to win any headers, and he's got no play styles for it as well. So overall, that heading and jumping, kind of useless. The stamina is perfectly good enough for the start of the game, especially if you're going to have him on stay forward. I don't really think that's an issue at all. He'll last 90 minutes. Maybe you have to sub him off at extra time, but overall, I think that's perfectly good enough. Now, the strength, as I talked about, with that balance, it goes hand in hand quite nicely. It doesn't really feel like that strength, if I'm honest. It feels more like 70, 75, something like that. But overall, it is there, and obviously he can hold Van Dijk and stuff off with a balance of that if you just hold L2, which is a very, very nice attribute about this card. So, on to my other scores about the card then. Now, first me kicking off is the pace. Now, as I've already talked about, he's electrically fast. I'm not going to do too much detail in this. You just want to hear the scores. I waffled on enough. So, pace, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It's not Alawarian fast, but he is still incredibly fast to get off the mark. Now, the shooting for me. Overall for this, because of that weak foot and because of a little bit of shot power, you're obviously not going to feel it on the strong foot, but on that weak foot, it's just a recipe for disaster. Overall for that, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It is still very, very strong on that strong foot, don't get me wrong, but as I've already talked about, 3-star weak foot is just not good. Now, the passing for me, 5 out of 10. Don't need to say anything more, it's pretty average. Now, the drilling for me, I'm going to give it... Oh, if you had 5-star skills or even 4-star, this would be getting such a high score, but overall this, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I do think it still warrants a very high score because of that balance. Generally, there's not many cards on this game that have balance like that with press proven and the agility and the height. You're not going to find too many cards similar to this. That's why it's so unique and honestly quite cool card. Now, the physical for me, overall for this, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Now, he's got good strength, as I talked about. It's not like that in game, but with that balance, it goes hand in hand. The stamina is obviously durable enough to last you 90 minutes, and the head and actually don't really matter. But overall score then, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for this stage of the game. He's not bad, but he's not amazing. I definitely do think there's better options for the price. So value for coins, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I do still think he's a good card, and you could definitely use him for maybe 1 or 2 more months. But I just don't feel like he's worth the value if you're going to buy him. Obviously, if you packed him out of the hero pack, congratulations, he's probably one of the better ones. But overall, there is still better cards out there for the value. But that's all for my views. Always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally does mean a lot to my channel. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you next video, and peace out, guys.